Hello and welcome to your relax, stretch and restorative yoga, which is just one of the favourites, isn't it? We can't not enjoy it. And a restorative yoga has so many benefits. The amazing thing about restorative yoga is you have that instant satisfaction of feeling easy and good and wonderful, but it also has that long-term effect as well of you typically becoming a person that feels quite comfortable in their own body and doesn't typically get too many aches and pains because we do this so consistently. So many benefits. So for whatever reason that you may be here, if you are feeling achy and painful just now, or if you are just on a lovely journey of self-care and being good to yourself, enjoy. So let's start with a few breaths. We'll take a big inhale through your nose and a long exhale out through your mouth. Just sigh it out. And rock a little bit from side to side. I just want you to make sure that you're feeling comfortable right now. So are you in a comfortable position, or have you slumped yourself down into a really uncomfortable position? And then once you become a little bit more centered again, we'll take another big inhale through the nose and a long exhale out through the mouth. Big inhale. And really feel yourself melt down this time with this big exhale. And we'll start to move around and go for a bit of an exploration in the body. And I want you to scrap everything that you've heard in classes before. Not everything, there might have been some really useful information there, but often we get told, if I go to this side, then this isn't allowed to happen. And in actual fact, if that's my body and that's how tight I am right now, then it's just going to happen. So I'm not going to force it back down and force any more pain and suffering into my body. What I'm going to do is continue to practice until eventually that starts to ease off and go down naturally on its own. So explore without telling yourself that you shouldn't be doing anything or that you shouldn't feel tightness or unease. And we can also start to use those pressure points as well if you like that. We've been doing this quite consistently lately, where we just push into the squishy parts of our inner thighs and we feel that nice release there, allowing our brains just to signal it's time to relax a little bit. Don't force anything. Don't feel like you need to be anywhere, that you need to be too rigid. Just be nice and relaxed in your body. There's no shape that you're going for here, or how low you feel you need to be or high. Just exploring around you. Maybe take an exploration forward a little bit here. Just small, nothing too deep. And we'll do the same on the way back. Take an inhale. And then we'll explore forward again with your exhale. Bring something in front of you so as not to go too deep right now. And if you really want to go deep, fair enough, take it away. And just take a minute to explore a little bit around one side. And remember, you can keep this moving as well. You don't need to stay in one place. This is all about your body and finding, like there, that's really nice in my back right now. So have this big exploration of you. You might even want to just come into a nice centered position here and take a moment relaxing your head and neck here for a few breaths. You can relax your head on your chin, or your chin on your hands, or your head on your hands here. Take a few big deep breaths. And when you're ready, we'll just come back up. We'll fall over to one side. And let the ground catch you. If that's too much, bring your pillow around, let your pillow catch you. Here as well is absolutely fine. Even 2 pillows if your back's feeling particularly tight or your side. And again, let this come up. There's no rules here to say that it can't. Explore your body a little bit here. If you want, you can bring this arm up and overhead. Take a nice release here. Just finding where just feels really good for you. And we'll do the same over the other side just when you're ready. So slowly allowing yourself to come back up and slowly falling over to the other side. If you want to take your cushion with you, take your cushion with you. You can open up, you can fold over. Just be where you need to be right now. And take a few breaths. And when you're ready, we'll come back up to a seated position here. Moving our cushion away. We'll come out with our legs outstretched here. And we'll bring one up just into the side of the thigh here. Coming over to the opposite side, and then we'll swing on round. Keep a nice soft bent knee here. See if we can crawl in a little bit. And take another deep few breaths. And again, you can use your pillow here if you would like. If you're happy hanging here, stay here. If you want to walk over a bit for a little bit more of a twist. Again, take that time to explore what your body needs right now. That feels really nice on my lower and my upper back here. But it might feel somewhere different for you. And we'll take a wander over to the other side. Big inhale here. And with your exhale, take a little twist on round to look over that shoulder if you can. But just go where's comfortable for you. You can play around with rocking a little bit. You can flex and point the other toe. See if something feels nice there. If it doesn't feel so nice, just avoid. And then we'll come on over just to open up on the opposite side. And keep it moving. Don't push any stiffness or force anywhere it doesn't need to be. And then we'll hug this knee in a little bit. You can bring the foot up here if that feels nice. If that doesn't feel so nice on you, you can play about with it. Find if there's anything that suits you. You might want to take that leg a little bit straighter or bend it here. It's absolutely fine. You can even take it with the opposite hand and go for a little stretch here. Again, today's all about exploring what your body needs, and your body is not my body. So I'll just guide you on through, but you're going to find what your body needs today, which will be different than mine. And then we'll just let that leg come back on out there to that V, I guess. We've made that little V. Give your ankles a wee circle here. Maybe go in the opposite direction. And then we'll bring the opposite foot in. Take a wee moment just leaning over to this open side here. And then we'll take a little wander on down the leg. And remember, if you'd prefer to have a cushion here, just to take some of that stretch out. Feel free to move in a way that works for you. You can keep moving a little bit, or you can slow that down. You can stay here. You can go in for a little bit more of a deeper twist if that's what your body needs today. want to come up and go for a gentle twist on this side. Big inhale. With your exhale, having a little look over that shoulder if that feels nice for you. Every inhale lifting us up, every exhale allowing us to move into that space. And we might go for a wee open on this side as well, why not? And then we can hug this knee on in. Big hug, big squeeze. This might feel nice just staying here. You can stay here. You might want to hold on at your foot or come in for a little bit of a deeper hug. Really finding what works for you here. You might want to stretch that leg out a little bit with two hands. Or cross the hands over and go for another wee twist here. Feel where you can feel that in your leg. And you might find it in areas that I don't. You'll have a different anatomy to me and you'll be tighter in different places. Just nice and easy. Don't push through any closed doors here. Go wherever you want with that stretch. Just explore. And we'll bring that foot out nice and wide again. We'll come back for a nice big stretch here, chest wide. And we're going to come back for another forward fold. This time, legs stay where they are. Nice easy knees. Bring your cushion in. And ease yourself down really slowly, really easy. And you can prop your cushion wherever you feel is going to help you today. It could be a little bit higher in between the hips. You might have two cushions. You might have none. You're just exploring what you need. Here you might want to give your toes a wee wiggle. See how that feels. Is that nice? Does that cause any more of a stretch if you flex a point? Go over feels really nice. And when you're ready, we'll come on up and through. Coming up onto all fours. Give our hips a nice, soft, gentle sway here. So don't pop up, don't force yourself into a position that you're not comfortable in here. You might want to stop for a second and look down one side. Get a nice big stretch on the other. You might want to stay there. You might want to move around again. This is all about you and what your body needs today. Coming back into a more centered place here. And take one arm and just thread it on through. Remember, you can use your pillow, pop it underneath your shoulder here if that feels nice. Or if you'd rather go for a bit of a deeper stretch like me, just go sans pillow. Taking a few big deep breaths here. And it doesn't mean anything whether you use the pillow or you don't use the pillow. There's no competition here. There's no better, there's no worse. We're just doing what feels really nice, coming on up, back into all fours. Go straight on through with that other arm. And you might even be a little bit uneven. One side might feel nicer with the pillow, one side not so much. And that's completely normal. And allow your body to be movable here. It doesn't need to stay still. And when you're ready, we'll come back into all fours. if you wish, you can come into a child's pose. That can be knees open or knees closed. Or you can just come up and have a seat on your ankles here. I'll take a few breaths. So you choose whether you want to be in a child's pose, even a down dog, or sitting on your ankles here. We'll take a few deep breaths just to soften a little bit more. Give yourself permission to fully melt down. There is nothing more important than you right now. You are important. And if there are other people or other things in your life that are important, then if they rely on you, you have to take care of yourself to be good for them. But you are important. Come on down onto your back here. What we're going to do is take this pillow and pop it just against our bottoms. So a pillow or a rolled up blanket's really good here, anything at all. And we'll just slowly, bit by bit, come on down onto that cushion or blanket. Flopping out a little bit, we'll let the knees come together, so heel toe your heels out. Let your knees fall together and we'll take a few breaths here. You can stay here, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and let the hips open. This might be nice, this might be too much. If it's too much, just either support with your hands or just bring your knees back together. Again, it means nothing about you other than it's too much. And you need to be kind to your body, because that's what your restorative practice is about. And if you would rather, just let your legs flop out for a few breaths here. Your hands can come down. Big inhales. A long, slow exhale. You might want to stay here to finish your breath work. Otherwise, you can start to circle your ankles, circle your wrists. And when you're ready, we'll meet up in a more seated position. Be careful how you move yourself here, how you treat yourself. Shift your hips to one side and fall over onto your side. It really doesn't matter which side, we're not going to be here too long. Taking your time just to gently, as slowly and as conveniently as possible, bring yourself up into a seated position. But as I said, if you are in full chill mode on your back, please don't let me get in your way. I would never want to get in the way of your chill, especially in a restorative yoga. If you're seated, just find yourself in a nice comfortable place. If crossing your legs stretches your knees too much, don't. We never want to stretch our knees, so find your comfortable zone and we'll take a few breaths. Big inhale and a long, slow exhale. one more big inhale here. Take your hands nice and high, big stretch. With your exhale, bring your hands to heart center on your tummy or simply down. We'll take another small breath together here. Open your eyes. I hope you feel very rested, that you feel easy in your body, and that has helped you for not only this evening but for the rest of your week. And do not worry, you have the video. You can do this as many times this week as you wish, and I will see you for more relaxation next week.